Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, dear students, inshallah, today we are going to explore the themes, the main theme as well as the sub themes of the play 14. And here I have identified the main theme is the social hypocrisy um, and the pretentiousness of high society. So I believe the theme of the 14 is the hypocritical nature of high society, where people care more about outward appearance than the true feelings or sincerity. If you look at the play, Mrs. Pringle, and entire focus is on showing off her status through a perfect dinner party, and she wants exactly the 14 guests, not because of genuine affection, but because 14 is a proper social number for a fashionable dinner. So that is just showing off the things. And when guests cancel due to the snowstorm, she becomes hysterical, not out of concern for them, but from fear that her society image will look bad if the number is not done. And she even invites people she dislikes simply to keep the number balanced, which exposes the fake friendliness and insincere hospitality of the elite society. And this shows how the world of high society is built on pretense, show off, and superficial manners rather than true or sincere relationships or values. So, this social hypocrisy and pretentiousness of high society, that is the central theme of the play. Well, now let us look at some of the sub themes which are there in the play. And the very first I have identified is the class snobbery. Basically, we believe that high society characters consider themselves superior and judge others based on wealth, class, and reputation. As we see that in the play, Mrs. Pringle wants Mr. Morgan, a very wealthy bachelor, to notice her daughter, and not because of his character, but because of his status and wealth. And she feels insulted when inferior guests might replace the elite ones, and she speaks even disdainfully about certain people, but still invites them when she desperately needs to complete the number 14. So, all this illustrates how people in upper class society value status over relationships. So, it's all about the snobbery which is going on in the upper class. Well, the second sub theme that can be identified is actually the play exposes how social events in high society are quite rigid, artificial, and overly ceremonial. They do not take place on the genuine basis. As in the play, we see that the dinner must be perfectly arranged with exact seating, exact number of guests, and exact formalities like the crockery and each and everything. So, even the food and table setting depend on maintaining the number 14, and that is why there is so much emphasis on this number. So, Mrs. Pringle's panic with every cancellation reveals how fake and fragile this word of ceremonies is, and it shows that such gatherings lack genuine warmth and hospitality. They survive only on rules, etiquettes, and rehearsed politeness. So, all is quite fake, whatever is going on. So, this artificiality of social gatherings is also highlighted. Another sub theme that can be highlighted here is the obsession with reputation. We see that characters are extremely worried about what people will think of them. What do they think about themselves? That is negligible, that is not the matter. As we see that Mrs. Pringle is terrified the society will mock her if the dinner fails. So she is actually obsessed with her reputation in society, and she even does not care about the guest safety during the snowstorm. She just wants the event to look flawless. Everybody should turn up, they should come in time, regardless of the weather. And Mr. Morgan's presence is important mainly because it will improve their social image and nothing else. So, in a way, the play highlights how reputation becomes more important than sincerity or the personal comfort. Well, yet another theme that can be identified is the chaos that is caused by over planning. Actually, the overly rigid and perfectionist planning causes everything to fall apart. As Mrs. Pringle insistent on keeping exactly 14 creates constant chaos as guests call to cancel, and every new arrival or cancellation forces her to rearrange the entire seating and menu and everything. And the more she tries to control the plan, the more the situation slips out of control. And in the end, the most important guest, Mr. Morgan, cancels, making all the planning pointless. So, this theme actually shows how excessive control and formality can lead to stress, even confusion, and sometimes failure. Well, the last sub theme that I've identified here is the irony and the absurdity of social life. Actually, the play uses irony to show how ridiculous social rules can be. As we see in the play, that after all the chaos, the very important person, Mrs. Pringle, wanting to impress, does not come at all, and the whole plan actually collapses because one person gets a cold. So the humorous ending emphasizes how foolish and exaggerated social expectations are. So basically, she becomes a victim of the irony. So we may say in the end that social life often becomes absurd and sometimes even humorous. So, with that, dear students, we have come to the end of this session, and I hope you must have understood how the various themes are there in the play, and with the understanding of these themes, you'll be able to understand the play in a better manner. Well, thank you very much, dear students. I hope to see you in the next class. Thanks a lot. Allah Hafiz.